Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, what I want to do is I want to change up my engine bay a bit. So since I've got this carbon APR tray that's matching in with some other carbon pieces, and then I have all these black heat shields, painted the two bottles black, the coolant and the power steering. Just since all that's kind of been happening, this polished intake, blow valve piping, intercooler piping, and even the intake piping down the back here, which you can't see as much, I'm just not really liking the look. I just don't feel like it matches as well. So what I want to do instead is I want to actually, rather than replacing it, I'm going to paint it Wrinkle black, using just the Wrinkle black spray cans. So today I think I'm just going to film the process of maybe this blow valve piping here, this top piece, and possibly this MAF housing pipe. So I figured I'll just film the process of those, then I can take these two off. Not sure if I'll get to the intake piping itself, because it's a bit more of a mission to get down to. A lot of stuff in the way down there which I need to tidy up, but yeah, so that one you can't really see as much, so I might leave it for now and I'll just try and focus on these three. But yeah, so I'll take this one and this one off, and I'll have a go at using the Duplicolor Wrinkle black, which I'll show you now. So this is the paint. I seem to just buy Duplicolor of everything. This is what I use to paint all these blue pieces, and it seems to work well, so I thought I'd try their wrinkle finish. So I did try and paint this one originally. It came out good, and I didn't really let it dry enough, so what I tried to do was use a hairdryer to try and heat it up and create some extra wrinkles, and it was just still too thick and wet, so it kind of blew. So wasn't happy with it. It was only a test paint anyway, so I removed that paint and I'm going to redo it, so hopefully I can do a better job. So I have used this just quickly on this one, but yeah, it's been taken back off. So yeah, I'll get these couple of pieces off, I'll give them a clean, and I'll set up a little area to spray in the garage, and we'll see how it comes out. Okay, so I've got the two parts I'm going to be starting off with painting first. I have removed them, I've cleaned them with a wax and grease remover, and just masked up where I don't want the paint. So I don't want it getting inside, don't want it getting into the MAF hole where the sensor goes in. So yeah, I am now ready to paint. For this blow valve piping, I've just sat on an old oil filler funnel, and the MAF I'm just sort of standing up. So yeah, here's our paint. So I'll set the camera up and I'll try and film the process. But so basically what you need to do is you need to do thick coats with this paint. So you want 3 thick coats, and you want to kind of go one way, so sort of like vertically, and then the second coat you'll go horizontally, and the third coat you might go diagonally, and that'll help create the best wrinkle finish. So yeah, I will set the camera up and try and get some footage of the painting process now. Okay, so that's our first coat. Now with this paint, it won't wrinkle immediately, it'll just look like a normal black paint. But as the layers go on and it starts to dry, it will start to wrinkle. So we'll leave that for 5 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll go for a second coat. This time we'll go for a more vertical spray pattern. Okay, so now we're going to go with paint coat number 2. And this time I'm going to go some vertical lines. So that's what they recommend you do to make the paint wrinkle better. So give it a try. Okay, so a bit of an update. Ended up pulling this last piece off the live valve piping and putting some paint on it as well. These are the two that I did first. So I'm not sure if you can see, that's starting to wrinkle up. So it'll take another couple hours for it to get the full effect. Doesn't look great so far, but hopefully it sort of tightens up a bit. A little bit longer, and I might get the hairdryer on it and just try and get those wrinkles to really tighten up a bit. But yeah, definitely starting to do something. Whereas this one that I've just painted, nothing so far. So yeah, let's give it a couple of hours and I'll show you the end result. Alright guys, so here is the finished product for now, at least. Not too happy with how this longer piece of the upper intercooler piping turned out. What happened is I was hanging it up by these little hooks that are under here, little holes for the bolts, sorry. Had it hanging up, did my first coat, and as I was sort of turning it to get the back to do the first coat, it actually fell, hit the ground, and kind of smudged the paint. So it would have probably come out perfect if it wasn't for that. So I got a little bit of a mark here. This piece here came out pretty much perfect. The blow-off valve piping, you don't really see much of it down here. So down here on the back, it's not the greatest sort of wrinkle effect, but yeah, you don't see that anywhere because it's covered up. But what you do see came out really well. This MAF pipe housing, whatever you want to call it, this one got like a really larger wrinkle. May have put too many coats on it, and here it's not really wrinkled, but that's fine because I'm going to be pulling this intake piping back here off to do eventually as well. I just didn't really have time to do it today. I'm still working at the moment, so I have to go to work tomorrow, and I know that's a bit of a tight space down in there. If I had have made a mistake on it and had to repaint it, I wouldn't have been able to get it back together in time, whereas all this stuff is easy enough to just throw back together. So yeah, pretty happy with it. I actually really think it looks a lot better than the polished. I'm sure you've noticed that just about everything on my car I black out, like the headlights, the interior. So I like to add a bit of colour, so I've got the mag blue wheels with the red stickers and the red calipers. In the engine bay I have the blue accents, but this in stainless, it just wasn't really working for me anymore. So yeah, I'll redo this one Probably doesn't show up on camera as much, but yeah, there's these spots where it did hit the ground and kind of smudged, and even though I tried to heat it up and give it the wrinkle effect, you can still kind of tell. But yeah, so it looks a lot better in my mind. Next up, I'm still waiting on my bracket for my catch can, so that will get rid of this ugly piece. Instead, we'll be running down to the catch can, so there won't be this one here anymore. Instead, there'll be some braided looking lines. And for this one, what I'm going to be doing is I picked up a spare fuel rail, so I'm going to be painting it and tucking this wire underneath, so then this won't be here anymore and this will be now painted. I just picked up a spare one because it was like $30. It was easier to just sort of paint it, get it right, and then swap them over rather than trying to take this off, get it painted. You know, if I have one day off work, then I'll be kind of rushing. But yeah, so that's next. I didn't do it yet because I wanted to do these black first, because I was originally unsure if I wanted to do this one black or if I was going to do it in blue. But now that I've done all this in black, I'm kind of thinking match these two, and eventually I'd like to do the intake manifold wrinkle black as well. So it'll just be everything black and the sort of candy-ish blue, I guess you'd call it. So that's the plan. I saw that NRG Ops have recently come out with more wire tuck. So this is the one that I have originally to get rid of the wire coming across here. So I've got that one. They've now come out with an ejector one, and just basically everything's tucked. So I was already planning on just tucking this one down underneath the fuel rail, probably down around this line, and just sort of hiding it the best I could. But I might look into getting their wire tuck instead. Yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for today. With the whole quarantining, self-isolating, all that stuff going on, I'm actually still working, as my job is considered an essential service. So in Australia we haven't gone into the full lockdown of just essential services only, but if we do, or when we do, I will still be working. So I've got a few projects on the car that I'll be doing on my days off, but in the meantime I might just do a few sort of driving videos, just driving to work, driving home, just since I'll still be out going to work a few days a week. Just, you know, a bit of driving footage for any of you guys who are just bored and really wish you could drive your car or want to do more than a drive and just to the grocery store. So yeah, and I've got a few videos that I've filmed and haven't released yet. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos. I do have quite a few to release and more to film. So yeah, that'll be it for today, guys. Thanks guys for watching. Please make sure you like the video, put a comment below if you have any, and yeah, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you next time.